We're almost into summer, and it's starting to feel like it. It was a little chilly out here on the East Coast during the early portion of May. We're making up for it. It'll be over 80 degrees today and 90-degree forecast coming up for next week. So what do? Well, the two choices. You can either suffer or crank up the air conditioning, which is expensive. There's a third option. By being able to move and circulate cool air in your home, you can be much more comfortable. And that's why the air multipliers by Dyson have become so popular over the years. They're the most energy efficient way of moving air throughout an entire living space. This unit, though, is different because it's not just about moving the air, it's also about cleaning it. Down here at the bottom is a 360-degree HEPA filtration system that is the top of the line, most feature packed of any unit that we have ever offered from Dyson in the past. This retails for $549 and change. Our today's special value price is not only the lowest that we have ever seen, it's the lowest that we have ever offered at $399 and change. We've already had over 2,600 people who have picked it up since we made it available. And we've got colors for you, which I'd love to show you, and then we'll show you the features and benefits of why this advanced technology is the best of its kind. This unit is called Nickel and Nickel. At midnight, it was so popular that everything that we had that we could ship immediately was already purchased. So we do have an advanced order from Dyson that allows us to ship this out coming up on June 14th in the Nickel and Nickel. But the next one over is the blue. You can't even find that at retail. That was made only for our QVC fans, and that is available and available right away. The white and silver, nice and clean, crisp look on this. Beautiful piece of equipment. The most popular in the last presentation was this one, which is the black and nickel. And that's also by far our lowest inventory currently. And then the final one is nickel and silver together. Now, this unit has a brain on it, and that brain is smart enough to be able to tell when there are pollutants in the air and can automatically filter those out for you. Now, I purposely turned this one off. I want you to see one of the biggest smoke chambers that we ever do a demonstration on. To clean air, you've got to move it. And if there's one thing Sir James Dyson and his engineers know, is how to move air. Because virtually every invention, I just turned that on, every invention that they have ever created had something to do with air movement. A vacuum cleaner will not suck up dirt unless you're moving air. Hair dryers don't work unless they blow air. Their air circulators like this one don't work unless they move air. How fast did that clean that smoke chamber to the point where you could see out the back window into the backyard? That's really impressive. And it will actually clean particles out of the air so tiny that not only can your nose not smell them, your eyes not see them, but your lungs not filter them. The EPA says that the internal air of our homes can be 3 to 5 times more polluted than outside. And with all the pollen out there right now, you can imagine how bad that could be. I get to introduce you to our guest. Debbie Fedikoff is not only an employee of the Dyson Corporation, she's a friend. She's been with us now for many years. She's broadcasting from her home. Good morning again, Debbie. How are you?
Good morning, Dan. Great to be with you.
Debbie, what makes this unit in particular different than any other manufacturer's air cleaners, including Dyson's own air cleaners? Why is this your top of the line?
Well, let's start off with Dyson is the #1 brand in air purifiers, according to the NPD Group. This is our most fully featured tower purifying fan that we've ever done as a TSV. You're going to get great features. You're getting that air multiplier technology combined with the air purifier. So it's a 2-in-1 unit that you can use all throughout the year. It also, air purification is so important. You need it because we create our own pollutants when we cook, when we clean, when we spray the hairspray. This has HEPA filtration that's going to capture bacteria, allergens, pollutants, and gases because there's also a carbon layer. And we even give you directional airflow so you can expel the air out the back of the unit when you just want to use this as a purifier. So it's really designed for all year round purification and then cooling in the warmer months when you need it. It oscillates up to 350 degrees, which is great because you can really spread that airflow even, further throughout a larger space. The nighttime mode is great because the display dims and it runs on its quietest settings so that you can breathe purified air all night long. There's also an app that you can download if you want. So you have access to all the information about what's going on with the air quality inside your home. You can then use your device as a second remote control, and you can even set schedules if you want it to turn on and off, for example, at a certain time every single day. So, I love when we can bring you an offer that is so perfect with the timing. We're all, so many of us are suffering from seasonal allergies, and I think we're all thinking about the air we breathe more than ever. So this really couldn't be a more perfect time to offer something like this.
I agree. By the way, this unit is also voice activated if you have Alexa. So you can be lazy and laying on the couch and just tell your Dyson to start working for you. How cool is that? So here's the biggest story. And I don't brag about price very often because I have no control over that. But our buying team, working with Dyson, this project started months ago. If you've noticed, home appliances in general have been difficult to find because of the global supply chain. So when COVID came about, we knew that it was going to be difficult to get a hold of these. So we wound up convincing our friends at Dyson to manufacture a lot of them just for us. We've had over 2,600. Now I think it's over 3,000 that have been ordered just this morning. It retails for $549.99. And if you do an internet search and make sure you're looking at what's called the TP04, that's the price you'll see. Almost $550. So with our price of $399, I love the idea that you'll keep $150 in your own pocket and you're still purifying the air in your home. Easy pay, easiest way to go. Because you have 5 equal payments on your credit card of $80 and you're not paying the over $20 that you normally have for shipping and handling. I want to take that though one step farther. Even though we know we have the lowest price that we could find, if you have a Q card, use it. Because you've got an opportunity for 12 months of interest-free payments on what is already a lower price. Now, Debbie, we're going to throw a graphic up on the screen of some of the things that this does that make it an exceptional piece of equipment. Feel free to use these as talking points.
Yeah, it's the powerful air multiplier technology combined with an air purifier that makes this so special. It's HEPA filtration. This machine is asthma and allergy certified. The LCD display shows you that it's working. It reports your air quality in real time. Auto mode means it's going to sense when your air needs to be cleaned and it will react. It projects purified air throughout the entire room. And it has 350 degrees oscillation, nighttime mode. And I love that it's lightweight, Dan, because, I don't have to turn down the thermostat and run my air conditioning in the entire house. I can put this in the rooms that I'm spending time in and keep those rooms cool and comfortable that way and know that I'm also breathing purified air because this is automatically sensing when the cleaning chemicals are in the air, when the cooking oils or the pollen or the pet dander is in the air. It senses it. It draws it into that 360-degree HEPA filter with activated carbon. And then you can see how that air multiplier technology projects up to 77 gallons per second of purified air into your room. So that's really what makes this so different and so unique. It's that combination of technologies. And to clean a whole room properly, the TP04 goes beyond standard tests because it has that ability to automatically sense the pollutants, capture them, and then project that clean air.
Yeah, when my wife and I got married, she thought it was very strange that I slept with a fan on even during the middle of the winter. Part of it was the noise. The other was I like a little bit of air blowing on me. I have a pinwheel at my fingertips right now, and I am standing 15 feet away from the TP04. But if you could see, it's moving air. To show it even better, we have lights here behind the couch and a smoke machine. Watch this. Watch how much air it can move all the way across a room. It doesn't have to be blowing directly on you to circulate air throughout a room. Air is always in motion. And that airfoil design also means that there are no blades to clean. There's nothing to get dusty and dirty. It's just a better piece of equipment for keeping you cool. And then keep in mind, it's recirculating that air over and over and over again and purifying it with HEPA filtration so that you are always breathing the freshest air possible. It's an amazing piece of equipment. It's an appliance that you'll be proud to have in your home. And we've got the best price. This, again, is the nickel and nickel. That one sold out in terms of what we can ship immediately, but we do have an advanced order coming in, and we'll be able to ship that out June 14th. This blue is a QVC exclusive and was made just for us. There's another one that's also an exclusive. I'll get to that one in just a minute. And Frank, you have to remind me which one it is. The white and silver has been very popular. Clean, sleek, beautifully done. By the way, an older model of this unit had a downloadable app that you could put on your cell phone. This one does too. It's even more involved, but by putting this LCD display on the front, it's like having the app on the front of the air circulator, so you don't have to download the app if you choose not to. Up here at the top is the black and nickel. I believe that is still the most limited in our inventory, with 600 left that we can ship out. And then the other one that I believe is the exclusive is this beautiful nickel and silver, okay? Debbie, bottled water has become a big thing. The idea of drinking dirty water just doesn't make sense anymore. But breathing purified air is something that we don't even think about, yet the air in our homes can be 3 to 5 times more polluted than outside.
Yeah, it's incredible. We don't think about the things that we're using, maybe to keep our home clean, like the cleaning chemicals. When we spray those, they go into the air as well, and then we do breathe them in. So the same way you think about exercising, getting your steps in, you should be thinking about the air that you're breathing. And this is great because that LCD display, which I have a really close up on my second camera, I'd love to show you, because it shows you when it's working. It shows you what it's capturing and what it's able to pick up. So if I take you through here, that's the graph that's going to show you your air quality. And it's also going to show you now the pollen, the VOCs. Maybe it's the, I think my screen is frozen, is it? Or can you see it? There's the filter. It's going to tell you when to change the filter. There's that Wi-Fi capability. So you have all this access at your fingertips. And if you want to direct the airflow out the back of the unit, you can do that by pushing on the directional button, and that's actually going to then allow you to use this as an air purifier. So it's just really, like I said, the most fully featured tower purifying fan we've ever done as a TSV. You have all that information at your fingertips, and I love, we are the #1 air purifier brand according to the NPD group, so you can know that it's coming from a brand that you can trust.
Yeah, again, this thing, it's like a bloodhound. It almost has its own electronic nose inside, and when it senses those VOCs, those volatile organic compounds, that they're around, it will ramp up to make sure that it pulls those out of the air. Even if your own nose cannot smell it. We're going to go off to our phone lines, and I want to point out, this is the right time for this. We're in the middle of pollen season. It's the beginning of the hot weather season as well. It's a marvelous piece of equipment. Isabel is phoning from here, our home state in Pennsylvania. Isabel, good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning, Dan. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Great to be back on the air. Isabel, why are you considering this piece of equipment for your home?
Well, I bought a few fans, over the years, and it just seems that every year when I go to pull them out, there's always something wrong with them, and that's what happened to me this year.
Okay.
And so when I just turned it on a little while ago, and when I saw this, I thought, why not? Because I know Dyson has a good name, and it looks nice, and plus it's got an air purifier.
Yeah.
And I don't have to have my fan going plus my air purifier, which I have both.
In the summer months, is your fan on 24 hours a day?
Yeah, I like it nice and cool. The cooler, the better for me.
Agree. Well, now...
So, and Plus, it'll save on my air conditioning a little bit too. You know, I mean, once I turn the air on,
Absolutely.
it stays on until
Yep.
the summer's over.